Second game of the season. It's partway through October. What's been going on? How have you kept the lads fresh?
Yeah, well, it's just been a lot of keeping the boys on the ice, getting a few other little bits of fun and stuff going on. We got fantasy hockey league, fantasy football, all that sort of stuff going on, and group chats flying back and forth about all of that. Just keep the camaraderie up, and then when we are on the ice, making sure that we're making the most of working on our lines, formulating, changing things. We've still got guys coming in new and fresh that, even to this week, they're coming down and training and trialing. So there's still bits and pieces that are chopping and changing, but we've got the bulk of our squad have been here every single week, meeting each other, playing with each other, and we've also got off-ice things happening. We're very lucky in having Jeff with his home gym, which means that we've got the majority of the boys there on Tuesday evenings doing workouts and stuff off-ice. And, it's building up a bit of an extra sweat, which is always good.
But, and you know this, and you know the question's coming, nothing really actually is the same as playing an ice hockey match, is it?
No.
So this weekend against Chelmsford Warriors, will you be mindful of what players are going to do in a match situation as opposed to not having any match practice really for the best part of 4 or 5 weeks?
Yeah, I'll be careful of it, particularly with some of our youngsters. The younger guys in the squad can quickly forget the difference between scrimmaging and an actual game. And try and do a little bit too much here and there. That's when we're quite lucky this year with the older changing room, the more experienced heads, that can rein some of them in, and make sure that we've still got that quality and that it is a game, and that it's a game that we can win. We want to win it. We want to compete. It's our first home game of the season, so it will be keeping everybody on that track, and not just myself. We're very lucky that we've got Daryl as a consistent presence on the bench this season, which means I can play a lot more, and I can focus more on my game and not worrying about what the other boys are doing, and I can act more like a leader and experienced player on the ice rather than just a coach. Then you've got Sam, Jeff, Will, Nate, even some of the youngsters that have got a bit more experience like Aidan and stuff like that have started to chip in with a few words of wisdom here and there, which is good.
Now Chelmsford, what do you know about Chelmsford? What are you expecting from Chelmsford?
A high tempo. I don't think it matters what Chelmsford team you're playing, from their first team all the way through to the under-10s. They skate hard, they work hard, they're always energised for it, they're well drilled. They know where they need to be on the ice at all times. They've got a couple of great players on their team that can do some damage if you give them a chance. But then they've also got a few boys who, a few quiet words in their ear and their head explodes, and you can kill them on the power play.
So you've got your game plan sorted out tonight. You get the lads on the ice. You work on your set plays. How hard is it? And I'll be honest with you. At some stage, we've all tried to manage a group of something, whether it be a work or an office collection, or whether it be a warehouse situation, or whether it be an actual team. How hard is it when you are skating if things aren't quite going right? I know you have Daryl on the bench, but how hard is it to try and rein these youngsters in who are pretty new still to the whole senior hockey?
I think for all player coaches, it's difficult to put to a side. I think it takes a special type of character to be a player coach. I'm always, and anyone who's ever coached me, even the people that currently now play under me, then will tell you as a player I'm very impulsive and will say and do what I want when I want, which sometimes makes it hard as a player coach when I'm telling the boys, this is the system, this is the structure we're playing, and then I get a little bit frustrated that we haven't been up their end and taken a shot for a little while, and so I'll completely break out of that system and carry the puck and do exactly what I'm telling them not to do. That can be I find that the hardest part is, practicing what I preach. Actually communicating with the boys and calming them down and getting the situation back isn't that difficult. You can get frustrated and you can shout and you can scream. You can do it calmly. I find that it doesn't matter whether my kit's on or whether I'm a coach. It's the same. If I feel frustrated on a bench, I feel frustrated. The players that play for me know that I'm feeling that way. It's always, the leadership group on our team this season and from last season know that it's probably worse if I come in and don't say anything. If I come in and have a little bit of a shout, or come in and I'm really calmly talking them through the systems, or come in and just say really good period, that's fine. But if I come in and I put my headphones in and don't say anything until the last couple of minutes, that's when they know that I'm not happy.
And it'll be nice to get the wheels of the season moving, won't it? Because it has been stop-start, and you're playing a side that's played half a dozen or maybe more games this season. This is your second, so it will be nice to get the season underway, won't it?
I can't wait to get the season underway properly. It feels like last season that we played Bristol. No, it doesn't feel like it's been part of the same year. I think it was, 4 or 5 weeks ago now. And it's you've had cancellations, and we've had problems with our pad that we've moved games, and then away games been moved. And it's sort of like, it's nice to get the season underway and running, because you also always have the concern that this is a amateur hockey league. People they pay to play. If we don't get many more, if we get many more cancellations and postponements this side of the season, then we're facing a very hefty end of the year. Lots of double headers and back-to-backs, which is a lot to ask from guys who are, giving up their time either to try and improve themselves with the youngsters, or for guys, even more so from the guys who are a little bit older and they've got young families, or wives at home and bits and pieces like that, who also need and deserve their time. So it makes it very difficult. So it'd be good to get going.